let's see if I can do it. I could feel myself burning out. Yesterday I went to Barnes & Noble with my brother. I picked up these $3. The Inheritance Games was the first one I got. It is very similar to Knives Out. So the movie where a guy is really rich, he ends up dying and gives most of his inheritance to a random person. And so this should be interesting. It seems like the house that is inherited has a bunch of puzzles and clues and whatnot. And there's a murder. So it's a murder mystery book, I believe. But I'm excited to read that. The E-Myth Revisited. This book is for small businesses, but it's supposed to teach you how to grow, to work on your business and not work in your business. Millionaire Next Door. This one, the Money Guy Show recommended, so it's at the top of the list. It looks like it'll be a good read, so I'm excited for that. I couldn't find one book yesterday. I was looking for Broke Millennial Talks Money, but they did not have it, even though online it said they had it. But apparently they only had one copy, and the copy came in 2020, so it's probably lost. And I was really disappointed because that's the one I wanted to read this week. But I think I'll start with the Inheritance Games this week. I was just looking at it, and the font is big font with lots of space, so it looks like it would be an easy read. And this will help me get momentum for my book a week. Figured I would film my reaction to the first chapter, so here it goes. Okay, I like Avery. I like her. I like that she tests the limits. She said that she tries to see how close she can cut it with everything in life. I like her. So I want to do predictions because I think predictions are fun to look back on. So I predict, after reading chapter 1, she's clearly really smart. So I think there's a murder. Haley Pham said that there's a murder. So I think one of the brothers is murdered. The brothers haven't been introduced. I just read on the back that there are 4 brothers. I think one of the brothers will be murdered, but not intentionally. I think it might be like there's a trap in the house and the person succumbs to the trap. I have no idea how there are two other books. Like, does the game continue across the books? I'm guessing. Maybe this is like the intro to the games in the beginning, kind of like Hunger Games. Oh, well, Hunger Games is annual. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't really predict much because I don't really know anyone besides Avery and the professor or the principal. But I hope the principal lets her take it now in the office while he's watching. And I hope she gets a perfect score. Yeah, I guess I can't really do much predictions, but we'll continue. I will say I like how short these chapters are. It is really great, and it makes it feel like you're reading a lot, even though I've only read 2 chapters, but it feels like it's going quickly. As expected, Avery got everything. Literally like 99.99% of the estate, which was expected, but reading it was just funny to see it happen in slow motion. Here's the situation. I'm on page 64 out of 372, so that's 17% of the way through this book. But today is the day that I'm trying to finish it. Not sure if I will. I'm not the fastest reader, but I have nothing to do today besides read this book and read my Bible because today is Black Friday, so I'm not working. So let's see if I can do it. Okay, I'm confused which brother is the oldest. I think that, I know Nash is the oldest, Xander's the youngest, but between Grayson and Jameson, I'm confused. So I'm about to Google that. Okay, Xander's the youngest, then Jameson, then Grayson, then Nash. And Grayson was the one that went to pick up Avery, but he's the second oldest. I think I need to reread that section because I wasn't following the tension, and I think it's important. Okay, I'm 100 pages in and it's pretty good. It makes me want to read more fiction, which is just so great. I haven't read fiction in so long. I was looking through my Goodreads last night and I think the last fiction book I read was in 2019. So almost a full 3 years ago. But this has been really good. I've LOL'd, or I chuckled at a couple different spots. One of the spots was when they were talking about all the different ways that people have for saying the word rich, which is just so funny. But I'm optimistic that I can finish this today. I still have 270 pages left, but it is not even noon yet and I feel good. I feel good. We can do this. The weather is so beautiful outside, so I think I'm gonna sit outside for a bit. Okay, I'm officially halfway through on page 214. It's been really good so far. Oh, also, I'm going to take a break and watch some YouTube videos for a little bit, and then I'll go back to reading. I could feel myself burning out if I keep on reading, so I'm just gonna stop now, watch some videos, and then come back to it. I'm 312 pages in, so just 60 pages left, and it is 10:03 p.m. So I'll definitely finish before 2 a.m., maybe even before midnight, but chugging through, it's still really good. So I'm guessing they just, well, I want this to be spoiler free, so I see why there are more books now. Whew, that was good. Very entertaining. I can see why people choose to read over watching Netflix or doing other things. It didn't feel like reading a young adult book. I don't know if this is technically young adult, but it didn't, I think it probably is, but it didn't feel like young adult. I have no words. Oh, also time. It's 11:16. So finished it all in a day. Granted, couldn't do this on a normal week, but I did finish. Okay, so I finished this book last night and it was so great. I was just flying through it. The fact that I could even read it in a day and I actually wanted to read it over doing other things is very telling that it was good. This is my first fiction book since 2019, I believe, and it did not disappoint. It makes me want to read more mystery type books in the future, so I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to finish the other 2 books and see what happens in those 2. I will say that I could not have predicted the ending. I know on Goodreads there are some people that were like, oh, this is textbook mystery, blah blah blah. I was like, I could not have predicted the ending. Even when I tried to predict the ending, I was so off. Even in the clip where I said I know why there's other books, the reason that I was thinking of is not the reason why there are other books. But now I understand. I thought it was really great. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I would rate it at 5 stars. I would gladly read it again and again and again. And I'm really excited to read the other books in the series. Yeah, so the next book that I'm going to be reading next week is called The E-Myth Revisited, and if you want to read along with me, you're welcome to do that. It's basically about how small businesses can grow, and if you have a small business, working on your business and not in the business. And so that is something that I really want to read because I lead the setup team at my church, and I feel that I am really needed for that, and so I'm trying to create the systems and processes in place so that the team can run smoothly without me. And so I think this book will help with that, hoping that this book will help with that. But after that, I probably will go back to the Inheritance Games series. Yeah, I don't want to have to relearn all of the characters again, so I want to do that as soon as possible. But that's all I got.